Hello everyone, welcome to this presentation, and today we will be learning about these historical terms: BC or BCE, AD, CE, and C. These are the terms or letters that are written before or after a year when referring to a long period of time. A lot of people get confused with these terms and do not know its purpose. After this presentation, you'll be able to understand these terms very well. So let's start. Every time I make discussions regarding these historical terms, I usually divide this into two terms: the Christian terms and the neutral terms. Along the presentation, I will be able to explain it to you why. For now, let us focus on the Christian terms. The first term is BC or BCE. This is the abbreviated form of before Christ or before Christ era. So we can say that any year paired with a certain term means it happened before the birth of Christ. For example, he was born in 50 BC. This means that this guy was born 50 years earlier than the birth of Christ. Take note, when writing this term, it should be in a capital letters and written after the year, like the example. The second term is AD, which is the abbreviated form of Anno Domini. This is a Latin phrase for in the year of the Lord. Any year during and after the birth of Christ is paired with AD, and the proper way of writing this term is it should also be in a capital letters and written before the year. Again, the term should be written before the year. For example, this city-state became independent in AD 50. This means that it has been 50 years since the birth of Christ. However, there are books out there that put AD after the year. It is still accepted, but then again, what is proper is proper. Please also note that any year not paired with any of these terms, such year is accepted as AD. For example, 1100. This year has no term written before or after. Hence, it is considered as AD. If you have noticed, the two Christian terms are referring to one person. Do you know who that is? You're right, Jesus Christ. Now, if we come to think of it, not all people believe in Christ being God, like Muslims and other religions whose ideology and principles has nothing to do with Christ. This is the reason why these neutral terms are introduced. Recently, the neutral terms are used more often in textbooks, articles, and other related stuff. This is to consider other people's belief. Let us now proceed to the neutral terms. If you have noticed, the terms or letters used in the Christian term and the neutral term are the same. The only thing that differs is the meaning of the letter C, which stands for common in the latter. But both terms represent the same time frame. That means their connotations haven't changed, and because they are just the same, I will give you the same example. He was born in 50 BC. Let us proceed to the fourth term, which is CE. CE stands for Common Era. CE and AD both represent the same time frame. This example is just the same with the example in AD. The city-state became independent in 50 CE. Try to look at both the examples in term number 2 and 4. What have you noticed aside from the different letters used? You're right, while AD is written before the year, CE is written after the year. Let us proceed to the fifth term, which is C. C stands for circa. C or circa is also written before the year. For example, he was born in C50 CE. This means that no one really knows when was the exact year he was born, but they're quite sure that he was born around the year 50 CE. This implies that C or circa is just an approximation or estimation. Let us look at this diagram for better understanding. The years above the horizontal line are the neutral terms, and the years below are the Christian terms. Try to look at the years on the left side of the biggest vertical arrow. The years are in a descending manner, which means that any person born on 6 BC is older than the person born on 4 BC. Another thing is, if you have also noticed, what comes after 1 BC is AD 1 or 1 CE. This is because there is no such thing as 0 year or year 0. The biggest vertical arrow in the middle is presumed to be the year of the birth of Christ. The truth is, no one really knows when was the exact year of Christ's birth. In fact, you cannot read in the Bible about the exact date of the birth of Christ, aside from the description of the kind of season there was. That's it for today. Thank you for watching.